Watched Eyes Wide Shut this weekend and want to talk about it. This is my first time actually watching the movie. I've never actually seen it before this. A few things actually prompted me to watch this movie. One of those things would be the Epstein files being released and the fact that Kubrick had died 6 days after showing this movie to the executives. So I figured I need to actually watch it for myself and determine my own opinion on this film. So this is a bit of a review, but also kind of want to talk about the major theme here. I think what most people think of when they think about the movie Eyes Wide Shut is this scene that involved the party. Weird occultic sex party that's happening. That scene is literally just one out of the entire movie. It's the only time it takes place in the entire film. Out of a movie that's runtime is roughly about 2 hours and 30 minutes, is about 10 minutes of the film. What this film is actually about is how detrimental infidelity can be to a marriage and the fragility of the egos within a marriage. The inciting incident of this film is a masterful monologue that Nicole Kidman gives to Tom Cruise. He's recounting a time that they had both gone on vacation, and the entire weekend that they had spent together was her fantasizing about this other man that she saw while they were on vacation. This upsets Tom Cruise's character, Bill, and sends him on a journey through the night where he then encounters interaction after interaction of very sensual nature that tempts him into committing adultery. Each one of these interactions that he has either gets interrupted or he gets distracted, and the story progresses further to the point where he ends up at the party. I think what the party is supposed to represent in this film is the act of infidelity or adultery within a marriage and how detrimental that will end up being for the marriage. You see, after Bill attends the party, constantly trying to figure out what happened, and he's trying to almost cover his tracks in a way. He's constantly looking over his shoulder because at the party, he's told if he tells anyone anything about what he saw at that party, it'll be detrimental to him and his family. After the events of the party, he's still trying to look for these interactions that he had. He wants to get invited back to the party. He's trying to hide his costume, trying to hide his mask, trying to hide the fact of what he had done. It isn't until Bill arrives home the next day where his wife, Alice, finds the mask. And then he tells her everything that he saw and everything that happened. Bill and Alice have a daughter, and they are at a toy store at the very end of this film trying to look for presents for their daughter. Their daughter is with them. They're also talking about how they move forward in their marriage, given what Bill has experienced. And there's this blink and you miss it moment where you're not really paying attention to what the daughter is doing, but in the background, she gets taken away by two older men. I think what that's trying to represent here in the film is that no matter whether they move forward or not, the marriage is already tainted because of Bill's infidelity, i.e. the party that he went to. It doesn't have to explicitly show Bill doing anything for the story to represent infidelity within a marriage. What that will do to the marriage going forward. While the film is not explicitly about these elites having these weird sex parties, it is about the corruption that infidelity and adultery can have on your marriage or on your relationship. I think that's the moral of the story here. It's a very, very good film. If you're a fan of Kubrick and you have not seen it, I would definitely suggest you do. And also because of the underlying themes here, and also the weirdness of it kind of being sort of, talking about the Epi files. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? Comment below. Let me know. I'm very interested. I love Kubrick. I love Kubrick films, so I don't know. Just thought it was very interesting.